And we are back with Rogue Legacy. My name's Phil, and if you missed the first video, or for some reason skip past it to episode 2, I don't know why you do that, but Santa Claus. Basically the general idea of this one is that I'm taking an Heir, which is like every single time you try. I'm taking an Heir. My character has gas. Taking an Heir and making a video out of it. So this is the second Heir. It's funny. I have Lady Antoinette, and from last time, yeah, Lady Antoinette, level 3 mage. Each kill gives me 6 mana. Character is gay and has irritable bowel syndrome, and that kind of inspired me to make an episode about the depictions of homosexuals in video games. That's kind of the theme for today's episode. Yeah, the fact that a lot of people tend to be kind of upset with the portrayals of homosexuals and women tend to get a bad run of it. Especially, there's a lot of new videos out that are kind of about the depiction of women in video games being negative. And I kind of understand where they're coming from. A lot of times video games have been called like a boys market, you know, boys only, men club, that kind of thing. And that's true to an extent, I guess, just because video games started back in an era when we didn't really care about including everybody. You know, back in the 70s with Atari and 80s, and it's gonna be very hard to talk about a serious topic with my character farting all the time, but basically, yeah, it started an era like that, and then now, I mean, I guess we've kind of tried to move on from that, and I mean, there are some women in video games. I am gonna do a terrible job trying to, like, name them because I usually don't care about developers all that much. I don't know a lot of developer names and things like that, but, like, Journey, maybe? I don't know. I should have done more research on this. This isn't... Oh, Jesus. I'm not going up there. Probably should have done more research on this before I start talking about it. But basically, homosexuals tend to be painted in, like, broad swaths of being completely, just deviant as all get out. And I mean, even in this game, character's a homosexual woman and she has a beard. I don't know if that's because she's a homosexual, but she does have a beard. And that's kind of odd. Irritable bowel syndrome is just another feature, but it went out to mention it's gay, and a lot of the times, like on a lot of games, you won't see any homosexual relationships. Like BioWare, usually good about having that kind of stuff, like including everybody, but sometimes didn't. Like Star Wars, a lot of games where you can have relationships, they don't let you have a homosexual relationship. So yeah, I don't know. I know things are getting better as far as the portrayals, but if I were to defend kind of the video game attitude, I would say that video games, while not meant for a younger approach anymore, have a lot more concern with game feel and things like that. It's a little bit different than any other work of fiction, where you can just focus in on kind of the message and theme you're trying to get across. Video games also have to work... Things auto-target, that's not fair. Video games also have to worry about things like game feel, controls, action, making sure that there's actually a game and fun to be had without just focusing on story and theme. And so I don't think it excuses like any kind of negative portrayal or anything like that. You tend to not get very deep characterization with these kind of media. You usually also see the same kind of thing in cartoons, where there's not really a lot of time or effort put into subtlety. You really just have to get your message across in the context of your media. So, oh fuck, that's it. Slain by a spike. I was doing really well too. I just wasn't paying attention to my health. This game's fucking hard. Well, anyways, to sum up my point, homosexuals are not portrayed very well in video games right now. They're not given their due, I don't think. A lot of games skip over the relationships entirely. If the game does have relationships, you usually can't do one with a homosexual partner. BioWare's the only one that really gets around that, and even then, after kind of the big shitstorm about Mass Effect, they're kind of leery about doing that kind of thing, especially with the depictions of nudity. The reasons are throwbacks to kind of the old 1970s, 1980s video gaming mentality, and also the restrictions of the medium not letting you really explore a lot of things. You pretty much just, even if you have that as a theme, you're pretty much stuck with just painting broad strokes like you do in cartoons. Now, things are getting better. I'm not excusing that behavior, but I do believe things are getting better as we get more developed into storytelling and as homosexuals begin to become a lot more, I don't know, in the mainstream, a lot more accepted as they are now. I think majority of intelligent people are accepting of it, as I feel they should be. So yeah, I feel like the future is going to be a much cooler place in the video game market, much more inclusive, and should be a lot of fun. Let's see. Well, I died, so let's take a look here. We got... You remember things, extreme clarity, barbarian... Ooh, I like hypergonadism. Stout mage. Let's see... Lady Charlotte, knave. Okay, so she's gay, and she doesn't have the beard, so I guess that's just the character model. Okay. So, a knave, or I think... Ooh, Sir Scorpio. Can't cast spells properly. Yep. I think we're going to go with Sir Darwin. So, tune in next time for Sir Darwin and his hypergonadism, and we should be having some fun then. So, thanks for watching. Bye.